If you can give short spurts of information more frequently, you retain the information better and for a longer span of time, because that's the way in which we're learning today. We know that we're in a micro environment. So the average attention span is half what it was 10 years ago. We're at 3 seconds, the equivalent of a goldfish at this point. So then when we think of how we're marketing to our prospects, what are we giving them that will catch them in 3 seconds? How are we delivering that? I have a client that teach truck drivers how to be safe on the road, and they call it micro learning, where if you can give short spurts of information more frequently, you retain the information better and for a longer span of time, because that's the way in which we're learning today. So my father used to say, spend 1 hour a week on this. Now it's more like spend 5 minutes twice a week on this, or 5 minutes once a week. So that micro learning is a really fascinating concept about retention of knowledge.
My question almost falls into, how do you be the opposite too and not be the person that says, hey, do you have a minute? Because I'm guilty of doing that to my leaders often. Because it's almost that sense of urgency in sales, right? It's, I got to get this done now. I want to sell now. So what's your advice on the opposite?
So do you have your standing meetings? Do you have a certain hour, or how frequently do they happen?
I took advice from last call that we were on of making that white space. So I am, as opposed to doing back-to-back meetings, I am trying to break them out, usually about 30 minutes to an hour in between.
Nice. And then with your superiors, so like, for instance, we might have for sales, 1 hour a week might be not frequently enough. So if you know that you need to huddle and you're having a huddle twice a week or even 3 times a week, and it's just 15 minutes where you're planning for that time to have that. So it's routine, right? So then we get routinely into, okay, I'm not going to ping Rachel 8 times in a day, because I know that I'm going to have that standing meeting with her. And that's when I'll discuss all the things that I have on my plate.